You're tuned in to What the Fuck News with Charlene and Pooh. We keep up with the shenanigans so you don't have to. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Hey. Welcome to What the Fuck News with Charlene and myself, Pooh. Welcome to our, what's today? December 29th episode. Oh my God. Breaking ass news. Mom,
What?
Gypsy Rose Blanchard
Out of prison.
is out of prison. You want to know why? What makes it
Okay.
so crazy to me?
What?
That girl's the same age as me.
Yeah. Yeah, she is, isn't she?
32 years old.
But do you understand what was happening to her? You tell everybody what we're talking about today.
So if you don't know Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she comes from the 2000 and I believe 14, 13, 15, 2014 case where she had conspired and planned to unalive her own mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Gypsy Rose was a victim of Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Now, the by proxy part is because of the guardian or the person who has power of attorney over you. But basically, her mother was, making her sick. She was telling everybody she had leukemia, she had a feeding tube, she told people she couldn't walk, she was in the wheelchair, she was getting trips to Disney World, she got a house from Habitat for Humanity built for them. She was living it up. We talking about Dee Dee Blanchard, the mother. She was making Gypsy Rose sick or having everyone think that Gypsy was sick. Um, the part that really broke my heart, well, there's a show called The Act on Hulu that goes episode by episode telling you what was going on between those two. And there was a specific episode where, Gypsy, she had all of her own teeth and she ended up making that girl go to the dentist and have all her teeth pulled out her mouth. And I was just like, look how far this woman is willing to go to continue using her daughter as what do you want to call it? A sympathy story, a cash cow, whatever it is. She was just going the lengths. I mean, that girl had a feeding tube that she didn't need. She I believe she slept with a CPAP machine. Um when people were coming over or certain agencies was coming over, like I believe Children's Services was called. She saw them coming through the window, or she looked through the window and saw them coming, and she ran to the bathroom or ran to the pantry to go get I guess you would call it sleepy baby medicine. That's what was written on the
Hmm.
bottle. um it was just some great lengths that woman had a lot of free time to put her daughter through that stuff. And
Well,
she
I had heard about the story when it actually happened. When you had the national news or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't follow up on it, but I did see when you came to me and was talking about it. I did see where the young lady had been released from prison, and her voice. She's so soft spoken.
Right.
You know. What about the guy who her boyfriend? What happened? Whatever happened to him? What's going to
I
happen with him?
was I was just about to get to that. So she was real sheltered. Her mother didn't let her have a cell phone. Her mother didn't let her have a Facebook page. And if they did have a Facebook page, it was a joint Facebook page. Both Gypsy
Hmm.
Didi. Gypsy snuck away one day and got a little prepaid cell phone, and she made a Facebook page, or she ended up making a fake Facebook page that was just for her, and she ended up getting in touch with what was it? I think his name was Chris.
Hmm.
Um yeah, and she was
Did
expressing.
she know? Well. Okay. Did this? Okay. See, there are so many questions I have for you. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, first of all, okay. Now, if you say this in the story that from what I read in the news, this was her boyfriend that she got committed. This got to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm want to know is where did she meet him from? How long did how if her mother was doing this to her for years, how did she end up with a boyfriend?
She
And
met him online.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
how did she know that she was? How did she find out she wasn't sick? Is another question.
At night when her mother was asleep, she used to get up and walk around. She used to go eat. Her mother never took her to the dentist, so one day she after getting up every night and drinking soda and eating candy, and her teeth started hurting, and that's when
Hmm.
she and got that girl teeth pulled out her mouth. Um but yeah, she used to get up and walk around. She used to get up, walk her ass to the kitchen, eat everything in sight, and it was just like she knew she could walk. She knew she didn't feel like she needed that medication she was taking.
Uh,
None of that.
okay. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's a lot because you know, uh, that's it.
But she felt trapped. That's literally what she used to tell that boy when she was talking to him online. Because she eventually confided in him and was telling him that she could walk, she's not sick,
Hmm.
I'm fine. And she was telling him she feels trapped. She won't let her do nothing. She won't let her go nowhere.
Okay,
She,
so she meant okay. Well, we already know she wasn't mentally wasn't nothing wrong with her, but she knew something. What she figured out something wasn't right
yeah, that they were
because she
lying.
knew her mother was lying to get this money or whatever it
Yes.
was that she was getting. Whatever it was that she was getting out of pretending that her daughter was sick or making her daughter sick. Whatever it was she was getting out of it, I don't understand. What could you be getting out of it except for attention and money? Is that what
Yeah,
you're doing it
like I
for?
said, they was getting free trips to Disney World. Shit, here I am, grown ass, 32 years old. I want to go fuck this world.
Okay, okay, I got you. Okay.
That house that she got her mom unalived in was a
Ah,
house built
ah,
from
ah.
Habitat for Humanity. It was a pink
Wait a
house.
minute. You know
Yeah.
what? We did talk about that. Wait a minute. We did talk about that because uh well, it's a parallel. Well, like I said, the only thing that I knew there were people out there that lied about the kids being sick, but I didn't know there were people out there that would make the kids sick.
Yeah,
That see, that's a whole different. That's a whole different. That's a what the fuck moment for me. I'm sorry, guys, but this
Mhm.
is this is what the fuck news, the podcast.
She was
Um,
willing to go the length. I'm talking about the length. Like, like I understand what you're saying when you know people who, yeah, let me get my child tested so I can get them SSI and shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I
That,
know what
that.
you're talking about, but the
Okay.
length that Didi was going, and I could understand why Gypsy felt trapped because, like, if you watch the show, there was an episode where she did run the fuck off. She ran, she got on up out of there, but the mother hunted her down and dragged her back to the house
Wow.
because she
Wow.
wanted to keep, she felt like she was all Gypsy had and Gypsy was all she had. So,
Okay, okay, okay. Now, see, now you know the relationship me and Jazz had, right?
mhm.
Okay, some people would feel like we were too connected, but that right there,
Nah,
that,
that's
that
different.
right there, that's some whole different. That's some whole different type of what the hell?
That's some controlling stuff right there.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
And the thing that really blew my mind was she was telling everybody that she was young, that she was younger than what she was. Like the dad came over for her 18th birthday, and the mother was
Okay.
telling her, "No, don't tell her how old she really is because she thinks like a 7 year old. She thinks like an 8 year old. So but she was turning 18, but I believe she was having everybody believe she was turning 14 or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she found out how old she was until she got to prison. Like
Wait a
she
minute.
was,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She didn't
yeah,
find she didn't find out how old she was until she got to prison.
yeah. They told her you 20 something years, you 23 years old. Yeah, because she's been for 8 years, not 10. She was supposed to do 10, but she got out 8.
Yeah, good behavior, whatever. I guess
Yeah,
that
she was
because
in
that
there.
COVID. I mean, well, COVID didn't let her out, but some people did get out. But wow. Okay, so we was getting ready to talk about the boyfriend, right?
Yeah, so once he was she may not have been 100% playing with 52 deck of cards, but
Mm-hmm.
that boy definitely wasn't playing with a full 52 deck. There was some psychological problems going on with him, and
Okay.
he was, as she was confiding in him and telling him like, yeah, she's like a dragon, I'm a princess in a castle, and he took that and it clicked in his head like, well, I'm gonna be your Prince Charming, I'm gonna come rescue you, I'm gonna come
Oh,
save you.
because you know what? Because I'm wondering how do these people end up meeting each other? It's like okay, I know that she's not okay. Okay, we know that there's nothing physically wrong with her. Okay,
Hmm.
but with all the drugs that has been pumped into her, there's something mentally going on. You understand what I'm saying? And it can't be helped. Because if it's as many drugs in that girl that like you was describing to me,
Hmm.
her
Opinion.
DNA and everything else is out of whack. Her thinking, her thought process is out of whack. So how do these people end up meeting each other like that? Is that a coincidence? Was this karma? Was this what it was? It the mother's fate? Was you
If
know?
I'm not mistaken, they met on like a Christian website. If
Oh,
I'm not mistaken. But
okay,
they met online, but the first time they officially met, I'm laughing because you wouldn't think of this shit happening.
okay,
She told her mother she wanted to go to the movies. She goes to the movies and she has this whole elaborate plan planned out where the dude that she met online was gonna come up to them and the mother was just gonna love him, and they was gonna sit next to each other, and you know that's how she was gonna introduce her mother to this guy. Well, the guy gets there and you can clearly see he don't got it all. You can see it in his
okay,
face, he don't has it all.
okay.
And Dee Dee is like, get away. Why are you a man at this girl's movie with by yourself? Like, go away. Like, she's not playing that. Like, get the hell away. The Gypsy ends up wheeling her little fast ass to the bathroom and
Uh huh.
going and having sexual relations with that man in the movie theater bathroom on the floor.
Oh,
Yeah, they listen.
he was a predator.
You gotta watch.
Wait a minute. Maybe he. Wait a minute.
Remember, she
Wait.
wasn't a kid. You gotta remember that she wasn't a kid.
But mentally,
Mentally, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. Mentally, he
mentally,
was
neither one of them was.
that too.
Do you
Like when
understand
they
what I'm
was
saying?
talking,
Okay,
when
you understand the part what I'm saying? Mentally,
yeah,
neither one of them was where they needed to be.
yes, like when they was talking online, she used to send pictures of herself to him. So he knew what she looked like and who he was looking for when they met up at the movie theater. But
Wow.
she used to send him pictures of her like tied up, BDSM, all this other crap, like cosplaying. Like all the photos that she sent him was like her dressed as a fairy or her dressed as some sexual deviant or something of that nature.
That's what I'm saying.
They was
He was a sexual deviant, and you know what?
girl, you gotta watch The Act. It's on Hulu. It's called The Act.
But it's a
And
real life. This is real life stuff.
it's based on true events. Like they interviewed everybody, the neighbors that Gypsy used to go across the street and talk. Like there was this girl, teenage girl that was around her age that she was explaining to her, like, I met somebody online and he's a gentleman and this, that, and the third, and little gossip, teenage gossip. But it was just like, yo, this whole shebang shaboodle. When they planned to unalive the mother,
Hmm.
Gypsy bought the murder weapon.
No.
She bought it. She sent it to him, and they was texting like they text history and everything, where he was telling her to go in the bathroom in the bathtub and cover your ears, or go in the room and cover your ears so you don't hear what's finna take place. And she was like, I'm gonna leave the door unlocked and this, that, and the third. And he came in and I don't even remember how many times he stabbed her. He
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm good.
yeah,
I don't need to know what he did. I don't need to know how he did it. But I just that's you know what? Because hey, you know what? Girl, you made me take my hair wrap off. Hold on.
yeah, he
No, no, seriously, that's deep because to me, here I go again, putting my you know what Jazz said this ain't got nothing to do with us, mama. But anyway, yes it do, yes it do, yes it do, Jazz. It's got something to do with us. She's in heaven telling me to be quiet. But look, no, 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 no. It because I have never thought Jazz. Now me and Jazz have gotten mad at each other. We have had some fisticuffs. We have done fisticuffs.
fisticuffs.
We have had some furniture moving. Okay, me and my daughter. But I have never ever thought that she would kill me. Maybe that one time. Wait a minute. Maybe that one time. Wait a minute.
I mean, I guess she felt like she couldn't do it, so she got him to do it.
I never thought. You know what? I never thought Jazz would ever let nobody else do something to me.
No.
You know what I mean? And because there are some horrendous stories I could tell you to Jazz that I didn't even know took place. If Jazz actually saved my life and took man, listen, the trauma that these young girls go through because of predators. See, because now we're going into I'm thinking about predators now. Okay, he was a predator. If he knew she was grown and they was doing all these things with the pictures and the things, he was already a predator. That was not a good guy because he would have took her to the police. You understand what I'm saying? He would not. They would not have. He would not. Unliving. Not we can't say the word M because YouTube has a thing about that. But unaliving somebody takes. I mean, really, really.
I guess that's why they gave him life, because of how gruesome it was.
Oh,
Like how many times it was, how deep it was, how the whole crime scene looked. I'm pretty sure that's why. Mind you, you would have thought if he got that, she would have got the same, because you more connected to this than he is.
mm-hmm.
No, they was so much outrage where they was talking about they gave her 10 years. He got life, I think, with no parole.
Maybe she got the 10 because maybe they looking at it the same way I'm looking at it.
She was a victim.
That she's a victim, period, on both ends, him and her. The woman, the mother and the dude.
Yeah, but you premeditated anything that you could think,
Yeah,
plan
yeah,
out, and buy a
yeah.
weapon, and because at any time you could have said, you know what, I changed my mind. I don't want to do this.
Right. You're
You
right.
ran and hid, and I'm not a lawyer. I ain't an attorney. I just been to jail a couple times to know what I'm talking about. But
Mm.
when it
Let's not
comes
talk
to
about let's not talk about mugshots. Okay, I'm looking like a thunderclap and talking
listen,
about
nobody
mugshots
better
now.
go
So.
search my shit. But that's how I was thinking of it. He
Hmm.
actually committed the crime. So he had to go down for that first degree. Like he had to
Hmm.
go down. Now on her end, you conspired. It was premeditated. You planned it. You didn't physically do the actual crime, but you still guilty of being an accessory to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you would have thought she
Yeah.
probably would have got more because that was her mama.
Okay.
But then they had to take into account of everything that she went through. Like, you can't get off on with a slap on the wrist with this one, girl. You got to do some years. But
Okay.
that girl, man, listen, they took the feeding tube out while she was in prison. It was like, you don't need this, and they yanked it out.
Okay. Well. Okay. Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
So did they give her? Okay. Her mother died. Now back earlier, you was telling me her mother actually had her teeth pulled out of her mouth.
yeah, because that's how her mom found out that she was getting up and walking to the kitchen. Cause every night she was drinking. That girl didn't even get a cup. That girl was taking that Dr. Pibb to the head. I'm talking about
I'm
turn.
looking at. I actually pulled up her picture from when her mother was actually had her looking like she was sick,
Mm,
and that's ridiculous.
cut off all that girl hair.
Oh,
Feed,
that's terrible.
feeding tubes.
And they got a picture of her mother, her
Yeah,
in a wheelchair with her mom.
yeah. Like
Oh, she had her girl. She had this girl looking sick.
yeah. Like what really helped her story along to go as far as it did was
Hmm.
that they were victims from Katrina, and they
Ah.
had lost most of her, you got to see my fingers, but medical records in the floods.
Hmm.
So whatever she could salvage, she was running with that and going to different doctors, children hospitals and children doctors, and getting them to sign off on this paper, getting them to sign off on that paper. Like, no one was really doing their job and actually examining this girl to see if she was sick. They were just going off of what the mom was saying, like, oh yeah, back in New Orleans, she was diagnosed this and that and this and that. And then there was one doctor that was like, yeah, something don't seem right about this.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
Dee Dee was like, "Oh, what an F you! I'm going to another doctor."
Well,
Like,
now let me tell you now. See now we can talk about when doctors do their jobs. You find out things, but then that woman got away with it so long because there were doctors that just weren't doing their job. I mean, they
yeah,
just weren't. They were taking the money, and that was about it.
and Gypsy suffered.
Oh,
Who
she suffered because you could
Gypsy
tell. I'm
suffered?
looking at the difference, and she had this girl in a wheelchair.
Hmm. It was the whole thing was just sad to me when it came to her because I was just like, that girl, 32 years old. Oh, she could go clubbing now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she could go drink
Mm-hmm.
now. Ain't nobody here to lie about your age, girl. Go on and live your life. Go do something
And
with
but
yourself.
that's what she said when I saw her on right before I talked to you. I saw her when they were giving. I don't know if it was. I don't know who was interviewing her, right when she was getting in the car or whatever, she said, I can live a life now.
Yeah. Cause I'm telling you, if you watch that, I don't know who them actors and actresses that was playing these people, that was playing Gypsy Rose and her mother and the boyfriend and the neighbors. I don't know their names. I'm so sorry. But if y'all just go do me a favor and watch the act, it's on Hulu. Um they go episode by episode with everything that she was going through. Um there's a documentary on HBO Max called Mommy Mother Dearest or Mother Mommy Dearest, something like that, but it's something Dearest.
Right.
Where they actually go into the actual background. We talking about Dee Dee's background, Gypsy Rose background, her father, just all types of stuff. And you really do feel for Gypsy at some point in time. Like,
Wow. Wow.
dang girl, like her mother had her in a wheelchair since she was what, 4?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Wait a minute. Wait a
the
minute.
the father used to come around and ask like, "What's wrong with her? Like, why she can't walk? What did you take her to a doctor? Like, cause you rarely hear from the father because Dee Dee ran that man off. She ran him off. He didn't want to. He didn't want to fuck with her, and
Well, but
she just,
damn.
yeah,
So
she.
I wonder is Gypsy's dad around now?
I believe he is. I think she's out there where he lives with his wife, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because after she went to prison, they were visiting her.
Okay.
And the father was all teary eyed, like, I'm gonna come be with you now. Since your mother wouldn't was here and wouldn't allow me to see you and be around you, I'm gonna be there for you now. And he was going to see her in prison and all of that. So,
Hmm.
but I believe that's where she is now, if not halfway home. But
Wow.
it was just the whole shebang shaboodle was just really effed up. Like, cause now she's out living her life free, blowing wind through her hair. Cause when you look at the pictures, she was balding and baldy locks. Now she got a full head of hair, and that boy is sitting in prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah. That's that's deep. No, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, man. That's a lot for your
Munchausen
mother. For
syndrome.
your mother.
The mother. People say, I heard people saying that, like, oh my gosh, to your mother, but that's your mother. That was her daughter.
No, that's what I'm saying. For your mother to do something like that to you.
Hmm. People was like, oh my gosh, for you to do something like that to your mother. What about her?
Right. Right.
What about her? She was the child before she was like
Exactly.
she was a child. She was an infant, a toddler, a child, a teenager. She was all of that before she decided, all right, my mom's got to go. And then to jump from, dang, I want to get away from my mother, to unaliving her. There was so many things that you could have hurdled before that. Like the
Right.
length that she had to go to get away from her mother.
That part. That part.
Because she
That
knew if
that's
she would have ran off again, her
disturbing.
mother would have come and found her again.
That's disturbing.
Mm, 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 mm.
You know, to me, that's a lot.
It is. It is. I mean, hopefully she could get on with her life. I don't know if she's still in communication with um the boyfriend or what they had going on while they was in prison, but hopefully
Would
she
you
could just
be?
put.
Would you? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea because, like I said, I think that he was a predator.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I hope she's still in, communication with him. I hope she could put him and this debacle behind her and get on with your life, go do something, have babies or something, do
Right.
something that normal people do. I don't even know if she's what's the word you used the last night when you've been in prison for so long.
What is it?
Uh,
Institutionalized.
yeah, like I don't even know if she's institutionalized. I don't know if she's she was probably going into prison
Is she get? You
institutional.
know, you wonder if she's getting any mental. I mean, any evaluations? Is she getting aftercare? I'm hoping. You know, whoever she got in that car with is somebody that is going to really make sure that she's taken care of it and not because she's vulnerable. You
Yeah,
know,
very, very.
she's very vulnerable. Well, guys, this is our show for today. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. Pooh, thank you for hosting this show and finding this information and digging it out for us. You guys take care of each other. This is Charlene and Pooh. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know that I don't know how to get the hell out of here, right? So, but guess what?
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
No matter what I do, they still gon' have